like the speed of sound. We can keep on the ground.
What's good, YouTube? Easy Now 1337, aka Snow, back again trying to rebuild this stupid emblem of Gengar, which is pretty difficult, pretty fiddly. If you spend your time on it, I'm sure you could get it looking perfect. But it was requested by the King Nappy, a friend of mine, a guy from Yao. She does entertaining Let's Plays on Pokemon, so if you love Pokemon and you love Let's Plays and being entertained, trust me, go and visit him. His links will be in the video description. Definitely worth it. You won't be disappointed. And go and support him because he's my friend. So yeah. First you want to go in and grab a circle. And this is like the 15th time I've done this because I kept messing something up. Change it to black, press start on the colour mixer. Change the green to 2 and the blue to 37. Make this as small as you can. Just place it off here to the right somewhere, doesn't really matter. These are just going to be colour presets. Duplicate it, move it down. And change the colour to this one here, press start, go to 67 on red, 108 on blue, and 46 on the green. Now these two colours will be used throughout the emblem. You'll see exactly what I mean. Move them up a little bit, they're in the way. Right, so first, duplicate the darker one. Make this smaller, and now we're going to stretch this out. Now using the grid lines, you want to have it so that there's the edge of the right hand side of the circle is at about 2.5 grid lines from the right. You want the top of the emblem to be just 1.5 grid lines down from the top, and you want it to be going out of the screen on the left at the third box down. So right here is a perfect place for the Gengar's body. I'm just going to rotate it a little bit first, so it's pointing off that way. Okay, so there we go. So as you can see, when I click into it, the right hand side of the oval is 2.5 grid boxes from the right. Coming down, it's just below the 1 box, between 1.5 and the 1 box going down. And then on the left it's going out. Well, let me just make that a bit bigger. It's going out over there at the third box down. Hope that helps in some way. I would actually use the preset, but I'm just going to do this again so I keep the same body shape. So duplicate it, change the emblem, change the colour, go to this one here. Is it that one? Yeah. Change it to 67, 108, and 46. And this is going to be like the shiny outline of Gengar. Move that below the dark skin, and then just move it over to the right a bit so it sticks out. And what you want it to do is sort of disappear as it's going down towards his crotchal area. So just scoot up and to the left and mess around with it till you get it to about there. You can always mess around with it later and get that sorted. Now this is where these things come into play. Go to layer 10, duplicate it, move it down. Click out of everything so you haven't got anything while you're moving around. Go to that layer, press Y to change the emblem and change it to a triangle. And now when you move it in, you can see we've got a nice little triangle in the colour of the outline. So what you want to do is make this into like a biggish triangle, move it down below everything and put it there. Now duplicate that layer, the darker one, do the same thing, click out of everything, press Y, change it to a triangle and move it over. Now skew this one up and to the left and make it bigger. I'm going to place it about here. I haven't got an equal outline on both sides. I've got it at a bit of a funny angle just so that it adds a bit of effect to it, so it's not just simple. Duplicate that layer, move it across and just even up the ears. So we've got one there and move it up a little bit so it's on the proper tip of the there we go. And then duplicate the dark one, Move that over. Now I did make this one a bit smaller so that you got a bit of an outline popping in the side of his head. Like so. Okay, now duplicate the dark one again, and please don't laugh at the way I say duplicate. That's the way I've learnt to speak. That's the way I've been taught by British people in the UK. Change that layer, click out of everything, change it to the hairpiece. Move that across. So now you can see right here I've got the hairpiece. Flip it, rotate it, so that the hair pointy bits are pretty much sticking off to the left. Now we're going to make this a lot bigger. Skew it down and to the left just so it fits in nicely. Move that down below the ear. I'm going to move this ear up a little bit. There we go. Duplicate the hairpiece. No, not duplicate the hairpiece. Duplicate this light coloured one. Move those up a little bit. Duplicate the light coloured one. Move it down. Click out of it. Press Y to change emblem. Change it to the hairpiece. Do the same thing. Rotate it. Flip it. Rotate it. Make it bigger. And just have it pretty much in line with the one you've already done. Maybe just change it just a little bit. Move it down to about here. Let me move that down a bit more. Like so. So move the hair pieces all the way down to the bottom. Duplicate the dark one again. And move that down. This one doesn't have to be moved down either. And there we go. It's completely up to you how you do the hair, how you mess around with it, how you want it, to be honest. Actually, I think, hold on. Oh yeah, that's what I've done. Let me just clear the two hair pieces on top. I just realised what I've done. So this one, the original one, rotate it as well. Skew it up and to the left, rotate it. So the hair pieces that are sticking out are all pointing off to the left type of thing. There we go. I'm going to duplicate that. I'm just going to do the colour from scratch here. So we got 67. Sorry about that, I just realised that the hairpiece looked a bit weird. 46 and 108. Move that down. Rotate it a little bit. And then go back to the original one. Duplicate that, move it up. And place it about here. There we go, sorted. That'll do for now. You can always mess around with the hair because it's a bit fiddly, as I said. Just mess around with it till you get something you like. Move that down as well. There we go. Nice. Okay, so next we gotta do... What do we have to do next? Oh yeah, duplicate the light one. Move that down. Click out of it, change the emblem. To pretty much anything, to be honest. It doesn't really matter. Because all it's going to do is outline the underneath of his arm. So as long as it points in and is a rounded edge. I'm just skewing this up and to the left right now here. Move that down. Duplicate it again. Change it to a gold flag. Which is here. Rotate this around. Place it about there for his leg. The inside of his left leg, and then place one. I'm just going to flip this, rotate it. Actually going to make it smaller. Scoot it up and to the left, and I'm just going to place that about there. Now what I've done with these is I just turn the opacity down on them a bit so they're not too slap bang in your face. Change it down to about 80%. It doesn't make heaps of difference, but it just takes the edge off the brightness of the colour. Move that over. There we go. So that's Gengar's face and all that stuff done. Let me just move these down here. Right, so now we've got to do Gengar's arm. So duplicate the light one, bring it down, and then I'm going to do another gold flag, like so. I'm going to rotate it, flip it until it's in this position, this angle. And I'll make it really, really big, like so. Duplicate the dark one, do the same thing, click out of it, change it to a gold flag. Rotate it, flip it until it's in the same position. Now I'm going to have this point, the dark side pointing down a bit. So as you can see, at the top of the top outline is different to the bottom outline. Move it all the way down below everything again. And the darker one as well. We just make his outline of his body just a bit smaller, a bit thinner, I should say. And there we go, nice. Now we're in a position to get rid of these things. So if we just change the emblem to a semicircle. Now we've got the semicircle here. I want to just stretch this out, skew it up and to the left, and then do the same with the other leg. Click out of it, change it to a semicircle. Rotate it and skew it up and to the left as well, like so, and then move both of these all the way down below everything. A lot of moving down, which is annoying, I know, but it's the only way to build this kind of Gengar, otherwise it'd be here all day. Right, I'm going to move it across now, move that one across. His leg needs to be pointing more down, to be honest, than across. And there we go. That is the basic outline of Gengar. Work on the hair a little bit, stretch it out, move it around, do what you want. And now we've got to start building his face, which is annoying. So firstly, go and grab a half circle. Put this about here. Make it as big or as small as you want. Skew it up and to the left to make it a wider smile. Duplicate that layer, make it black. Move it below the white and just stretch it out a little bit. You won't notice it, but there's a little tiny black outline which is going to make a world of difference in the emblem at the end. Duplicate that layer, the black one, and we're going to skew it up and to the left. And now I'm just going to change it red so you can see what I'm doing. So skew it up and to the left, and this is going to leave him with a nice little cheesy grin, like so. Okay, so then change it back to black. And move it just up a little bit. Duplicate it. Go to color picker, color mixer by pressing start, and then doing the color of his skin. So 2 on green and 37 on blue. There we go. And then just move that up a little bit. So what you've got there now, if I change that to red again, you can see there's a nice little black outline around the top of the mouth. And it's not really noticeable, but it will help in what's coming next. So just leave that as the colour. Let me just stretch them out a little bit. There we go. Now what you want to do is go in and grab a gold flag again, or anything that's a straight line. To be honest, I just like the gold flag. Change it black. I'm going to make it really small like this, and then we're going to skew it up into the, down and to the right. And we're just going to place it there. So now what's going to happen is, when you're overlapping past the white with the teeth mark, it will go into the black outline, so it won't be sticking out, because some people can be really picky. So it's just a little touch, and then just keep duplicating it, moving it across. I think I've done 1, 2, 3. I think I've done 2 more, because that is going to be all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I've done 5 teeth marks going down, because otherwise there wouldn't be enough layers. Go in and grab a semicircle. Make this colour here, just above the pink and just below the red. Make it smaller. Skew it up and to the left just so it's a bit thinner. place it there, duplicate it, make it black, and move it down and make an outline around his eye. And do the same over here. Okay, hold on. Let me make that one a bit smaller. Like so. Actually, hold on. Clear the black one. And skew it down and to the right and up and to the left just to make it a bit bigger. Okay, now make it black and do a nice little outline. There we go. Duplicate that one, move it across, make it smaller. It's just about messing with it until you get a nice even eye shape. Like really balanced, like so. Don't outline the one on the right yet. I think I've done something differently to outline that one. Hold on. But to do the inside of the eye is pretty simple. Grab a full circle, make it black, make it smaller, 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 smaller. Skew it up and to the left until we're in this position here. Duplicate that layer, make it white, make it smaller, and place it in the top left corner. And then just duplicate them and move them across, and obviously make them smaller because that eye is smaller as well. Duplicate, make white, and make smaller. And there we go. That is my Gengar done, guys. Finally, after like 15 attempts. Mess with the hair until you get it how you like. That's probably the most fiddly part because it's just a weird shape. And yeah, that's me done. Anyway, go and visit the King Nappy's channel. Links in the video description. Peace out. Take care.